your greatest support is always going to be yourself. This video, I'm going to talk about how to give yourself fire, give yourself energy to go after your dreams and goals, regardless of the support you're getting from your surrounding. So, you may have friends, family, and your surroundings that doesn't really support what you're trying to do. They don't really believe in you. They don't know why you do what you do, and they don't see the bigger picture and the things that you're doing. And you just have to be somebody that can feed off of negativity. What do I mean? So all the criticism you get, all the hate, all the negativity, use it to fuel you so that you don't quit, so that you wake up early, so that you work harder, so that you go after your dreams and goals regardless of who believes in you. Story. So about 8 months ago, I was still living with my parents, and I was working on a lot of things at the time, growing the social media pages, trying to start my own online fitness business, and things like that. You know, when it came to support, I really had nobody. Like, nobody believed in what I was trying to do. Nobody saw a bigger picture in the things I was doing. You know what I mean? But it was up to me to find it in me to keep going, because when you're constantly being fed things around the people, constantly fed things with the people you're around, it really can make you almost doubt your abilities and doubt yourself, even though deep down you know there's a way you can get it. So I made a big investment, and fast forward now, you know, I've had multiple months making over $5,000, training a lot of people, transforming a lot of lives while growing my social media pages, while people still have the same things to say even to this day. So the point of that is, you know, wherever you get to, no matter what level you get to, there's always going to be people trying to drag you down. And it's going to be the people you love the most that do that, your family, your own family. They won't quite get why you do what you do. They won't really understand every single step and why you take those steps. They are only there to criticize in many, many ways. They love you, but the criticism comes from a place of fear and ignorance, because they didn't have the same experiences, and they are fooled by what the world tells them. So they automatically think it applies to you also, which is why it can stop you from really going out and reaching your maximum potential. You know what I'm saying? They didn't think lifting weights and training people would be enough to move out and to be able to sustain myself. You know what I mean? And even still to this day, you know, I still can tell by the looks in their eyes, and that they want me to be in a slave mentality in 85 or 95, and it's just like, no. You know what I mean? And how you use the negativity and the hate and all these different things to fuel you is being afraid to go backwards, being afraid to go back to the 85s, the 95s, the 84s, going back to being told what to do by somebody. If you look at your boss funny, you get fired. You know, if you're at a job, you have to be constantly looking behind your back if you're doing anything wrong, as opposed to being in charge of yourself. And the people around you are not going to believe in you. I'm going to say that as straight up as I can, because ever since I started this whole thing, my family hasn't really been on my side for this. My brothers, my sisters, maybe one or two people that I know that I will consider friends are really supportive, but that's about it, you know? and they only seem to be around to have constructive criticism, not knowing what the bigger plan is and the small steps I need to take in order to make the big plan work. They'll only be there once you hit the goal to say that they always believe you could do it, even though in the process they're doing things to discourage you. You know what I mean? Without actually knowing. You just got to know that you have to be on your own team. You have to find ways to motivate yourself, because that's not going to happen from the people you love the most, which hurts a lot. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to come on here to be as real as possible, because that support you're looking for from the people you're around to give you that perfect start, or to get you to finally commit to the thing you wanted to for so long, isn't gonna come. You cannot convince anybody to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to go out and prove all of them wrong. You know what I mean? Grow your pages, grow your social media, grow your presence, grow your own business, whatever that might be. Prove them wrong. They cannot be there to support. They'll only be there at the finish line, implying they're all supported. But we both know they were doing things to try to get you to do what they're doing because of their own limitations. And I'm saying this, and I love my family, and I really appreciate everything they've done for me. But they cannot just set their limits on me based on their own experiences. You know what I mean? Because I have something here. I have a good voice, an assertive voice, a lot of experience, and I can teach a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I have a decent physique, and I can use that also to help more people be in better shape, to be more confident, to have a better life. You know what I mean? And a lot of the people you're around won't support you like that. And in fact, the better you get, the more haters you're gonna get. And a lot of times it could be family. I'm just gonna be as straight up as I can be when I say that. And it's disappointing. It's really heartbreaking to see. You know what I mean? Just recently, a family member, just out of the blue, tells me to raise my standards, not knowing what's going on, not knowing what I'm trying to do, just out of the blue. Right? This is the kind of stuff we deal with. Only contacting you when they need things. Only contacting you when they feel bored. You know what I mean? But you just gotta find ways to really use these kind of things to motivate you to keep going. Because I'll tell you this, when you wake up those early mornings and those late nights, you're still working, you're tired. But you have to find things to fuel you. And this is not going to be a soft, you can do anything you can, but it's really going to be about how mentally tough you are. For real. It's going to be how mentally tough you are. And a lot of the people around you are just jealous, fearful, and do things to really hold you back and hold their breath for you to fail and to quit. And those things should fuel your fire to keep going. You know what I mean? But that's really what I wanted to talk about today. Using those circumstances to propel you to move forward. Because I tell you this, it's not easy. It's not easy. Right? And you have to be your best supporter. You have to believe in your vision, believe in your dreams, write them down, go after it day in and day out, you know? And eventually they'll say they've always believed in you, which wasn't the case. You know what I mean? It really sucks that it has to be that way, but at the end of the day, happiness is all that matters, and you got to do what makes you happy and makes you whole. And you cannot let people, even family, stop you from doing that. You know what I mean? If I had listened to them, I wouldn't be here. I'd still be living at home, you know, having this a small mindset, you know, having tools and not really using it to build myself up, having tools and not being able to express myself because I'm working for somebody, not being able to be myself because I'm working for someone and I don't want to offend them, so I don't get fired, so I don't get a paycheck. You see where the trend is going? But, you know, if you're listening and you're waiting to get started, I really do advise for you to find a way to get started now, because we saw what happened in 2020, right? Each day now isn't as certain anymore. So we just got to do things to bring ourselves closer to the things we dream of. Right? Stop letting people stop you. Be a supporter. Be a supporter. And along the journey, people that are in line with what you're trying to do will come. You know what I mean? You don't need people to understand why you do what you do. Do it anyway. And when you're successful, then you can see the fake ones come out and say, I believed in you. But the real ones will be there too, though. But that's all I have to say for today. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to share. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this, okay? Let's get this message out, you know, for more people to start. Stop relying on having the perfect support, perfect start to get yourself going early on, especially for you younger people. You have the energy now, so use it. Use it. That's my biggest advice to you. Use it. Anyways, I'm out. Like always, get better every day. Optimize yourself.